Conversations with a Citizen. I'm your host, Tia Carol Jones. I'm here today with Laticia Holbert, a Senior Manager of Workforce Development at ComEd. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tia.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, what a wonderful question. So I'm passionate about workforce development. I'm passionate about the community and helping folks, create the best life possible, which includes family sustaining wages, which is a big part of my job to make sure that I'm connecting the community with jobs within ComEd, or, just our companies that we work with, our contractors, vendors, and suppliers, and then just in general, we look to upskill them in general. So that's my passion. It aligns with ComEd, so I'm blessed to infuse my job with who I am. I'm a wife. So I'm married. My husband William. I have two wonderful kids, David and Zale, who I love very much, and great parents, Latanya and D'Angelo, and a brother. So that's just a little bit about me personally. Like I said, I love what I do for ComEd. Our programs have been recognized. I've been recognized as well. Last year I was a 2023 Workforce Development Champion through the Synergy Energy Workforce Development. So I love what I do. So that's all of me.
Okay, great. So ComEd has several new training programs. Could you talk about them and when they will begin?
Yeah, so we are full steam ahead for 2025, which I'm excited to lead all the programs. So, and I want to shout out my team. I have a great team, Christy Conklin and Sharita Horton, that they do the work alongside of me. So coming up first is our Construct Infrastructure Academy, which starts on January 27th. Going into our 13th year, we have 8 wonderful workforce partners that work alongside us, and we also have our corporate partners, which work with us in the curriculum as well as hiring in the program. We'll have over 80 participants in the program, and hopefully we graduate all 80 in April, and so that is coming up again on January 27th. Our next program is our MDI newcomer cohort. MDI was established last year. That is helping people prepare in the energy efficiency space, and that program starts also on January 27th, and I will say that program is full. You can still enroll in the Construct program, but MDI is full as of an hour ago. We also have our Craft Academy, and I love this program. It starts in March, and this program is all about ComEd's craft roles. So that's our overhead, underground, and our substation roles, which feed into what we call construction worker and overhead helper. And so it focuses on the 3 parts that you need to ace in order to be hired at ComEd. So that is physical aptitude, so that's our climbing, and then we have our CAS test, which is a math skills test, and then we have our STAR interview. So they learn all 3 components of that in order to be successful within ComEd. And then lastly, we have Tools of the Trade, which is a pipeline into the program, 17 to 19-year-olds, and that starts in June. So those are 4 programs that we are full steam ahead with recruiting.
Great. What is the ultimate goal for ComEd in having these programs?
So our goal, again, is we want to make sure folks in our territory, our service territory, are working, right? We care about the community, and that's it right there. But to add more to it, we know by 2050, there'll be 150,000 new jobs coming to our region, to our territory. We know that clean energy is growing at a pace that, we know it's coming, it's here, right? But more is coming. And I love to say we have job titles that yet to exist. And so we need to be prepared. And so creating that pipeline, whether it's in the youth space or, adults looking to upskill, that's necessary. And so ComEd cares. We need folks working at ComEd and the companies that we partner with to make sure that we have folks, doing this work.
Why has ComEd made such a commitment to the community by creating these workforce development programs?
ComEd and Exelon, which is our parent company, workforce development is key. We want to create family sustaining wages because we care about the communities we serve. And that's really it. It's just that simple. I know it's hard to believe, right, that a company cares so much, but it's really true. And it shines through, from the top of our leadership, throughout the organization to make sure that people are working. We care about our communities.
how can people participate in the programs?
So, of course, you can go to our website, comed.com/clean energy jobs. I hope I got that right. But it's on our website. But, we work with a number of agencies, workforce partners. I don't want to shout them all out because if I do, I'll forget somebody. But, if you go on our website, you can see all the agencies that we work with, and then you can go there and you can apply for the programs. And it's just as simple as that. They have orientations. You take some aptitude tests to make sure that you're ready to be in the program. But the door is open. So just go to your local, agencies and get signed up.
What has been the feedback from past participants about these programs?
The feedback is you changed my life. And one thing I love the most is you changed my family, and because not only does one person go through, but they bring their whole family. So I love to tell this story. Our first construct cohort, one of the first hires at ComEd, he still works for ComEd, so 13 years later, but his daughter went through the program about 2 years ago, and they both are line workers. And so right there, that's a story of not only, a family uplifting itself, but that's generational wealth, right? And then other family members have been in the program. They work for some of our corporate partners. So, that right there, they've created legacy, they've uplifted the opportunity. And I think that's just, I love seeing them, walk through the halls. I also love seeing, past participants when I'm out, oh my goodness, this is what I'm doing. I love that a few have, had several jobs within the, the corporate partners. I love that their children have come through. So, it's the perpetuity of it all, right? And I think that's so important that we're able, to serve, maybe that one person, but it just matriculates down, and across, right? And I think it's just a beautiful thing.
How have some of the past participants been able to benefit from these programs? You told me a little bit about it, but can we talk some more about?
Well, yeah, they get in cars, houses, they're doing things for themselves to make them, make themselves feel better, for their families, being able to put their kids through school. Of course, they have, working for ComEd, I can speak for, you have benefits, so they're going back to school, they're getting their education, investing in their 401k, so they get, health benefits. So, it's everything that everyone wants, to sustain a good life, and they have it.
And where have they been able to obtain employment because of their new expertise?
Well, at ComEd, but like I said, our corporate partners, have hired, and I don't want to I don't want to put too many names out there because then people get mad at me. But we have had over 40 corporate partners, throughout our program. So there have been hires throughout, right? And so, the opportunity is vast. And one thing I really love that I've seen a few years that started happening, because we offer so many certificates. So we offer flagger, forklift, OSHA 10, CDL permit A. New this year, we're adding locator. So, we make sure you walk away with, something tangible, right? That they're able to, get promotions at their jobs. And I think that's key too, so they don't have to leave, but now they're adding value to their current employers, right? And those employers, they will get in touch with me and they say, hey, we want to be a part of this program. So I think, it casts such a wide net for so many various reasons, but people are, increasing, their skills, and it's matriculating in so many ways.
Since these programs began, how many people have graduated?
So this year, last year, 2024, we had 766 program graduates between adult and youth programming. So that's of course something to be so proud of. I'll call it the Construct Infrastructure Academy that has been around for 13 years. We're approaching almost 1,000. So we're in the 900 space. Of course, we'll be adding, almost 100, between 80 and 100 this year. So we're knocking on, that big number. But in general, in 2024, not only do we, have our programming, but we're out in the community. We're at job fair, career fairs. We're going to school. So, we are out. Workforce development is out there. And so we saw almost, 20,000, residents throughout the Chicagoland area at these various events.
Where can people go to find out more about these programs?
It's on our website, so I'm not going to mess this up because I'll get in trouble. I have it written somewhere here in my notes, but I don't want to get that wrong. But I believe it's www.comed.com clean energy jobs. So
okay, great. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like our audience to know?
ComEd cares about the community. We are, partnering with so many schools. I want to shout out our Chicago Builds program with CPS, our partnership with After School Matters for our Youth Ambassadors program, all of our adult programs. We care about, the people that we serve, right? And so we're happy to have people come to our programs to see what ComEd is all about, to learn about power, electricity. I think it's fascinating. When I came into this 13 years ago, I was like, oh my goodness, this is like incredible, right? Now, and all I thought about was just paying my ComEd bill, right? But to learn, about everything that ComEd does, to keep the grid stable and reliable, and then to have these programs to make sure that when we're working in the community, folks that are living there are a part of the company. So, I think that's just a beautiful thing, and I love, what we stand for. I'm, proud to lead the workforce development team, and that's what I want you guys to know.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you, Tia. Thank you for being a champion for ComEd Workforce Development.
Remember to make plans to join us again next week for Conversations with the Citizen, the place where real news can be heard.